What is up, everyone? This is Orkings090, and today we have a brand new update, which is titled update number 39. Basically what this is that it's adding new maps and a lot of fixes and tweaking and all the other stuff, which mainly has to do with battle mode. So let's go read off what it has. Added battle map pack 2, Atlantis, Ruin and Siege. Added the Redstone specialist skin pack, and as well as that we have made changes to some items textures in the city texture pack, fantasy texture pack, and Greek mythology mashup pack, so they are more easily identifiable in the battle minigames. Which in a fantasy texture pack, I knew a lot of items because that's the only thing I would ever use. But apparently some people were confused with some of the items, so they changed that as well. But I can understand the city and as well as the Greek mythology. The Greek mythology was a little bit really confusing at some point. But in any case, then we have battle minigame fixed to display player names above crouching players when in showdown mode in a battle minigame. Also to fix allow to throw potions to go through non-solid blocks like a little bit of vines and tall grass, which was kind of annoying when you're trying to throw a potion, but yet the vines is what protects the players. Then we also have a fix to stop non-solid blocks obstructing player attacks. So if you were trying to attack a player through a vine, then the vine was pretty much like a door that you just couldn't attack them, so you had to get a little bit closer, which actually gave the other player a little bit of an advantage. Anyways, to fix a couple holes in the Cove Battle minigame map, which some players were able to actually get out of the map. Then also fixed to remove all mob heads from the player's inventory except any that are currently being worn. So in any case, that if you had a full inventory of mob heads, you would actually carry that over to a match, and if you had all 9, then it's like, well, you're gonna have to throw them out before the match starts. Although you can't really do that anyways. I don't even know why would you actually bring a lot of skull heads. Anyways, let's go ahead and move on from here. And then, let me see. Yeah, while transitioning from the lobby to the battle minigame map. Then we have battle minigame fixed to automatically replace mob heads in the armor slot when a helmet is collected in a battle minigame. So that you don't have to take off the mob helmet and then you got your helmet. It's just easier to do so. Again, why would you want to bring a mob head to a game anyways? Alright. And also fixed to disable take everything in the lobby, because a lot of people were trolls and actually take a lot of the arrows and the bows out, so no one could really do anything to actually go for the Easter eggs. That's a little thing that's actually pretty nice for that. Then also added select all, deselect all tooltips to the select map menus. So I guess that's actually pretty good. Fixed for an issue with hills generation, because a lot of hills, of extreme hills or the mountains, they were not actually generating correctly. Fixed for an issue causing some blazes to not perform their attacks after being aggressive towards the player, which personally I don't like, because I usually do a lot of XP farming at the actual nether, where I have a secluded area to actually kill all the withers and as well as the blazes and the magma cubes and skeletons, so I could actually gain a lot of experience. And with the blazes not being so aggressive, I was able to actually take advantage of that. But now that they'll be aggressive, it's going to be a little bit more difficult while all of them are attacking me at the same time. God dang it, 4J. Fixed to allow renamed items to be traded with a villager. At least that's pretty nice, because of course that if you were to rename an item with the name tag, apparently makes it a different entity, which now is actually back down to where you're able to trade. And also fix the duplication bug, so a lot of people were duplicating, now they won't be able to duplicate with the same bug. They're just going to have to find another bug to actually go with, unless they completely take out duplication, then that's another thing. But as far as I know, every single update, people find a new way to duplicate items. Fixed to remove the redundant option for creating white wool within the crafting menu using one white wool to create. That'd be a lot of fun to do. That'd be kind of like, hey, look at this, look what you guys can do. I didn't even notice that because I don't really use wool to begin with, but at least they taken that out, right? Well then, fixed for an issue where a pig struck by lightning turns into a zombie pigman without a golden sword, which I've never experienced as far as I know. I'll have to actually take a look back at my older video when I had 2 zombie pigments onto the overworld, and a lot of people call that video fake, but even in this one it says that pigs could get struck by lightning, so at least that's true, right? In any case, let's move on from there. Fixed for an incorrect death message when a player is killed by lightning, which I have never seen before in my life, and that's one of my goals, to one day actually get struck by lightning in the game. That'd be awesome. But in any case, fix for some issues with achievements, including passing the time achievement. Well, that is all there is. Maybe one day we'll actually get a brand new achievement log, and I'll be very happy that we'll actually have that, so I can get even more achievements in Operation Bedrock. I can't wait for that. I cannot wait for that. But either way, the main points of this update is that we have Battle Map Pack 2. That's kind of like a tongue twister for me to say. Also, there is a Redstone Specialist Skin Pack, which is actually pretty interesting. So let's go take a look at that soon. And then also, there's some changes for the items, which, there's not that too exciting. But in any case, just the blazes are now more aggressive than ever. And then we have a lot of issues dealing with battle mode. So that is all for now. Hopefully title update 40 will be the main update for everything to be updated towards the game, with new biomes, new items, new mobs, or whatever you want to call it, whichever is going to happen, whatever happens. But I want to see that, I really hope to see that title update 40 is going to be the brand new update for the whole thing. But until then, if you guys have anything to actually say about this update, feel free to leave them down in the comment section below, and as well as what do you want to see in the major update, not as a battle mode update, but a major update to be brought onto the console edition of Minecraft. But until then, have a great day everyone. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like. If you're brand new to the channel, then please subscribe. Until then, I'm King090, and as always, I will see you in the next video.